Good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, November 19th, 2025, and I want to share the Bible verses today for what they say and reflect on a couple of things. Okay, so in the Daily Bible app, the one where they give testimonies, the verse of the day was 2 Timothy 1:7, and it says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline." So, anytime that we're experiencing hardships in life, and we don't have the power to change it, or we're not being helped out or appreciated, or we feel like we're not being disciplined enough. This is not God's spirit that's being brought towards us. So what we have to understand is that there are great leaders in this world that do not have the spirit of Christ in them at the time. Maybe because their job doesn't let them have it. Maybe because their personal life doesn't let them have it. But there's people that live their lives daily that maybe do not have the immediate spirit of Christ, like they think they do, or like they need at that time in their life. So I just wanted to share that when times get hard, when situations get hard, try not to give up. To the best of your ability, try not to give up. But also, when you're dealing with people that are known to give people a hard time or put people in hard situations, don't be surprised by people that operate in that way of thinking about things, because they are there to set a goal for themselves. It doesn't mean that you can't set a goal for yourself or invest in what you want to invest in for yourself. But they are there to invest in things to help themselves improve. In order to invest in yourself, you need to pray sometimes. You may need to seek counseling sometimes if you deal with maybe the stresses of life and the things of life that I deal with. And you need to relax and you need to leisure sometimes, which is also something that maybe I need to work on. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, your progress, if you haven't been making progress around people for years and years, then there's an issue there. And then Proverbs 15:1, it says, "A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." And it's Proverbs 15:1. So whenever people want to give us the slack, or say that we're crazy about the way that we're thinking about things, or say that we're crazy about the way we're doing things, it's because maybe they're dealing with things that we aren't at the time. You know what I'm saying? They're working, some people going at this time of year, some people working 10, 12, 14 hours a day. And it's up to us to understand that, at a time, for all of us, it's time to retire. It's time to have a lighter, easier job for ourselves. But also, it says here in Proverbs 15:1, a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. So, especially as you get older in life, and we start to generally have health issues and health problems, it's best for us to stay out of situations or away from people that constantly make us angry. And this is an issue that I had, dealing with where I worked. It just seemed, and it was nothing against anybody there, You know what I'm saying? Really? You know what I'm saying? But it just seemed certain people that I worked there with, I mean, the maturity was just missing altogether. With my personal life, they know what I went through and stuff right there. The maturity was just missing completely. And you know, God says that when we're dealing with these type of people, where no matter what we do, we can't be right, then it's up to us to step forward, to step away or step back, and look at the situation and say, you know, really, hey, I did everything I could to do the right thing, and they're still making a mistake of bringing up my name or talking trash about me when I tried to help them the best I could, right? So I just want to share that with you. It's another Bible verse here in Proverbs, and it says, this is Proverbs 12:18. It says, there is one whose rash words are like sword thrust, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. So, you know, the tongue of the wise brings healing. You know, the system that we're living in right now, people might bring up words or might bring up things that you said 6 months ago, but they're still saying crazy stuff and still doing crazy things online. And we got to be careful around dealing with these type of people, because they haven't changed their life yet, or haven't changed their circumstance yet, or haven't planted the amount of seeds that you have yet that saved them, but they want to judge you and I off of the things that we've said in the past, or the things that we've done in the past that maybe weren't the greatest things to do. So I want to share that with y'all. When you're going through tough times and tough situations in life, take it with a grain of salt. But please, you know what I'm saying, if somebody's showing you who they really are from behind the scenes, and you walk up and they weren't expecting you, and they're showing you who they really are and how they really behave when you're not there, then take it to heart, and you know, invest your time and invest your money into things that matter. You know what I'm saying? Because something that's close by, you know, you can have somebody that is close in your heart that is really a terrible person to deal with behind the scenes for you personally. We all have people that are best for us, that maybe are our soulmates, and then we have people that we have children with, and then we have people that are great friends to us. And all these things in our lives are different people that we have to deal with on a daily basis. But all of them, all of them are not the same type of people to deal with. And when you have somebody that maybe hasn't been through what you've been through, or hasn't been in the amount of, in the same amount of suffering that you have, then it's something to really think about and investing in them in the future. Because if they can't suffer with you, through the good times, then why do they need to be there suffering with you through the hard times? It's something that we have to, we have to really to think about deeply, right? So, I'm not here to blow anybody's case this morning, but I just wanted to let y'all know that in all things, at all times, stay encouraged in the Spirit of God, and worship God in spirit and in truth, and you'll be all right. Okay? So anyways, I love you. I hope you're doing all right. If there's anything I could do to help you, I do not have much right now, but you're welcome. I'll be welcome to help you if you're welcome to ask. All right, be blessed. Love you. In Jesus' name, amen.